Oh, standing room only. Uh-huh. Oh no, not this. Not this torture scene.
Still dealing with that social anxiety?
Huh? Yes, ma'am. I'm working on it.
I see.
Yep, awkward
Can you
silences.
perform at the festival?
I can. I'll do it.
I see.
If you don't mind, please check my LMB dance.
Sure. Go on.
Interesting, because she's the only one that hasn't mentioned that she's like tired.
1,
The other three did.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
No, that isn't it.
Yeah, she doesn't sound like she's got any rhythm
You
there.
need to pour emotion into that final pose. Yes, like that of a man risking his life to prove his love. He leaps into a busy street as the woman, seized by the memories of her dead fiancé, watches in terror.
I don't know if this is great advice to give.
Away from him.
I mean, this is...
Turns to the woman
It's so
and
obvious that it's her
I will not die.
that I'm kind of like, ah.
I don't understand that at all. Could you explain? I'm sorry.
Makes me so mad! Stupid Miss Ochimizu.
Man,
Mrs. please calm
I don't know, I
down.
find that cute
If a
hearing her
leader
say
loses
that, to be
control in front of
honest.
their team, it could lower everyone's morale.
Uh-huh, that's right. And don't forget,
Such a-
I'm
I
always
like
on your
realizing
side.
my bad habits when I play these
Whenever
games.
it gets tough,
Well, in
you
terms of
can jump
speaking,
into
anyway.
my arms and cry as much as you need to.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, guys. I'll get back on track. Well, now that we've saved Sumomo and Nozomi, let's go and meet up with Senpai and the others. They said they didn't encounter any major problems either.
That's very good news. Shall we head for the rendezvous point then? Kanji-kun, what's wrong? Is there a problem?
Nah, just...
Yeah, I want to know what you're thinking,
you know how
man.
that rumor talks about the other side? That's here, yeah?
Yes,
Do you mean
correct.
the Love Meets Bonds festival rumor? Let me see. When you look at the website at midnight, an unfamiliar video plays. And in that video, you can see a
Yeah,
dead
which is the
idol
one that we
dancing.
heard like at the start of the game.
And anyone who watches that video is taken to the other side, never to awaken again. I believe that about sums it up. Now, back to your question. From what we've experienced, yes, we believe that we're on the other side. Why?
Well, we haven't run into much here. Just the idols we saved, that damn voice, and those weird-ass ribbon shadows. But the chumps who watched the video are taken here, right? Then, where the hell are they?
Good point.
Shouldn't we be saving them too?
You've got it wrong, Kanji. Those people are still in our world, never to awaken again.
From what I've gathered, the victims are left in a comatose state. I came across no reports of missing persons.
Huh. I didn't know that.
There was an eyewitness account of a victim being pulled by something, but he was in a coma. Just like... No, wait. You're right. It is strange.
Now, John, what's wrong?
Yeah, okay, interesting. You know, simple questions do tend to, like, completely open your
Rise-san,
mind up,
Do
really.
you remember the first time we came here?
Huh? Yeah. That video and the rumor actually popped up.
Then those ribbons ensnared us, pulling us into this world. Unlike the other victims, we didn't fall into a coma.
Yeah, that's true.
The next victims were the idols of Kanamine Kitchen. They apparently went missing, and we eventually found them all here. None of them fell into a coma, and neither did we. Just like our first time. That's why I missed it.
Missed what?
Are any of you familiar with the condition known as apathy syndrome?
Oh, yes, yes, very
It
much.
appeared a few years ago around Tatsumi Port Island. Victims lost
So
their
yeah,
sense
if you don't
of
remember,
self,
that's the Persona 3
unable to even
place.
speak. I was researching it recently for the sake of another case.
Plus, it was kind of mentioned in
Seems
the arena
symptoms
stuff,
of
right?
apathy syndrome were, in actuality, the side effects of shadows leaving the human body.
Shadows leaving?
Yes, as we're all aware from personal experience, shadows and our hearts are closely linked. We came to face and accept our shadows, thus attaining the power of persona. But what about an average person? What would happen if their shadow was forcibly removed from them?
Apathy.
Wouldn't they get that apathy syndrome?
There seem to be some differences between the Tatsumi Port Island incident and this one.
Yeah, because the ones in Persona 3, they would just like be kind of like almost zombies, but without the biting and all that.
And this is merely a theory, but regarding the victims of this case, I believe their comas were induced by someone removing their shadows by force. Hence the more acute symptom. I was mistaken. I assumed there would be some degree of discrepancy between the rumor and the facts. But in truth, the rumor was accurate. We were the outliers, the special cases.
Yeah, makes sense. Totally.
Most likely, our control over our shadows was what kept us from falling victim.
Wait, then what about those kitchen girls? They were acting normal in here like us. Were you saying they use personas?
Well, they could potentially. Is
They would also be considered special cases. Recall what that
Okay.
voice said. Both Sumomo-san and Nozomi-san were shocked when that voice brought up their most private information. It would be
I
natural to
see.
think that the voice knew them from the start and pulled them in here deliberately.
so that they don't necessarily have the
In
gift.
addition, when Rise-san, Senpai, and I were pulled in here, it was around midnight.
But the way that we've
for them, it
experiencing
must
these
have
shadow
happened
conversations
earlier,
do seem a
between
lot
our
like
initial
the
meeting
way that
and the
Persona
time they were
4
reported missing.
kind of activate, you know, how everyone got their powers.
Meaning their case does not meet the rumor's condition of being pulled in at midnight.
But how come they're so special?
That would be because they are the main guests of this midnight stage.
Main guests?
And it makes sense. Yeah. Okay.
That voice called this
things-
place the midnight stage,
Things,
did it
even
not?
though, like, if I suppose you could have probably figured what now to saying out just by
Naturally,
thinking about
the
it,
stage
but
exists for the sake
things
of the
make a
performer
little bit
using
more
it
sense now.
and the audience watching it. The 4 members of Kanamin Kitchen were summoned here for a purpose: to fill the role of performers for these stages. Rise-san, I suspect the same was true for you.
What? Me?
I said we were pulled in around midnight, but that and watching the video at that time were merely coincidence. The fact that stages were readied for both you and the idols of Kanamin Kitchen is proof itself.
Hold on a sec. So does that mean this world was made just for Rise-chan and Kanamin Kitchen? And if they're the performers, are the shadows the audience? Where did those guys come from, though?
Exactly. Do you recall how that voice talked about shadows coming to this world looking for bonds? And I'm sure we all wondered why we seemed to be able to communicate our feelings to these shadows. There is but one explanation to it all. Suppose that, like the times we each faced our own shadows, these shadows too are entities which share a close connection with the human heart.
Hey, you trying to say that they're...
Well, there's a lot of thoughts. I'm actually not quite sure which one it is. Coma victims. I was thinking that. That was what I was going to say before she finished. Our own shadows that we've already faced as, but I was thinking their shadows. I was thinking that the shadows that are like dancing around are the coma victims that have been like pulled out of the people that like, have comas.
They're the shadows of people who saw the video on the LMB site and fell into a coma?
So that's what it means to get taken?
Yes. However, judging from the fact that some saw the video yet remained conscious, we can conclude there is some method to the selection of those that were taken here.
Now I see why those shadows felt different from the ones I know.
Guys, this is not good. As long as there are people who try that rumor out, this world will keep being flooded with their shadows.
I wonder what that condition is,
That
though.
means...
You'd need, you know, as they say, you'd need the
What is
rumor to
this?
spread
An
for it to more people to get brought in. But
Let's hurry. Something might have happened. We need to join Senpai and the others.
Yeah, let's go find those guys. I wonder if in like the timeline the two things are gonna like join up. Oh yes, yes it looks. Oh, wait. But up here. Oh, left behind. So is she not even in the world now? Okay, I like it. I think possibly. Interesting. I like it. So we've already at chapter 4. I guess that there would be 5 chapters at the start of this game. I think I did. I don't know. It looks kind of like it. Yeah. And then the 5th one would be. There isn't much room. Like, where would it go? So go all the way down here. Wow, it's a lot of stuff. And then we meet up here. And that'll be the 5th chapter, I'm guessing. Okay. I'm guessing there'd be like big, you know, like arrows going down between each of these. But I could be wrong. But yeah, so next time we're going to be seeing Kaname Left Behind.